online. And let's get up the Discord notifications. Let people know I'm playing the game. Quick little bum. And then I've got 2 more places to post, which is in the Dark Souls board and Champion's Respite. Okay, so with that all done, we're going to be playing the game now. I don't remember how many blood vials I have. Oh, right, and I need to get the Twitch manager up so I can see. Okay, looks like we're live and everything's going good. So, you know, let's get down to it. Hey, Sully. Let's keep fighting Maria. Just a little bit. Let's get comfy. We might be here a while. The music is so good. Just short. Oh. Ha, that's no good. Yeah. I got lazy. Ah. Let's get into the groove. A little bit of mustache in her face. Yeah. 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 Oh, that hit. Shoot. Timing was off. Got clipped. Well, back on the horse. I hope everybody's been having a good weekend. I had a lovely game of D&D yesterday. I was GMing. Let's see, is the light level right? That's as good as I can get it. Let's see. I wonder if I should be wearing lighter colored shirts while I stream. Looks like I've got a whole, like, black pit thing going on. Whatever. Aww. Whew. Close. I have no stamina right now. Trick weapon phase. Whew. I didn't actually need to heal. I didn't look at my health. I noticed that I took a hit. I'm like, I should probably heal, but I wasn't actually very hurt. I guess I must have rallied. Yeah, that was a really, really bad phase punish. I just completely lost track of how I'm supposed to handle that. I don't believe I whiffed that charged R2. I got it from a nap not too long ago. I think I'm still, like, got stupid hands. Been watching everybody playing the new Five Nights at Freddy's. That's kind of entertaining. It looks like they threw way more production value into this one. I'm not the sort to ever actually play through the series, but I watch other people play through it, you know. Plenty of streamers on that. It's some good entertainment for a bit. Oh, did you get backstabbed already? She's like real backstab averse today. There we go. Just gotta cooperate, Maria. Ah, that was me. Pulled off to the side, wrong way. Her positioning was very weird there. She had like a to the left stance, and I did not successfully recognize that was her pose for the start of the long combo. It's just a moment like, what the heck is she doing? And then I completely lost it. Just head empty blank. You know what would be good? When I beat her, I should take a break and make myself some hot cocoa. I picked up some heavy cream while I was out the other day. So I should go ahead and make it from scratch with cocoa powder, heavy cream, some sugar, and then, what's it called? So you take all that stuff, you mix it into a paste, and then you take heavy cream and milk in a saucepan, and then you get the paste kind of melted into that. Get it nice and smooth. It is mostly heavy cream. It's not good for you. Of course, it's hot chocolate. That's not the point. Yeah, after her little sword cross attack, she doesn't give enough time to be backstabbed, generally speaking. Right, that's her long combo. It's not gonna kill by the same thing again. Make me look bad. There's the phase change. I'm just gonna let her have it. Try and get back in the groove of her phase 2. Bad timing on the dodge for me. And I had to dodge that one. Just before like the cool phase 2 music swell. Because you get the nice tranquil phase 1 music, and then the phase 2 music is when it gets hype. Yeah, so I'll be playing Bloodborne for today and tomorrow. No promises about streaming up through the next week, because I think as of the 23rd, I'm on full vacation mode. Whoop. No, thank you. Oh, the character was the wrong facing. I didn't notice. What happens when I buffer my inputs in a little too soon? Ow. No. It's always right when I think to myself, I'd like to be at full health. It's like, well, I'd like to shoot you. Like, oh, great. Well, none of that for me then. That wasn't a backstab, that was a really good angle. There we go. That's a backstab. We'll get the full transition punish there. That was dicey. I only barely got through that. I wasn't sure if I had to dodge for that correct. I did that wrong, timing-wise. Hey Meta, thanks for stopping by again. It's only the first 10 minutes of the stream, so it's fine if I get skewered there. Back in the groove, back in the groove. Just gotta get there. Yeah, I think my overall problem right now is just like sometimes she'll be in phase 2 and I'll bulk and I don't stay close enough. And then she does something I'm not... Oh, that hit me. And she does something I'm not ready for. Ah. There we go. That's on a bad reaction, because I'm supposed to just reaction dodge behind her when she lifts her blade up there. She only gets the full, like, 4 hits, or 3 hit, yeah, she only gets the full 3 hit combo if I'm directly in front of her. If I'm a little to her left, one of those hits misses, and it's not lethal. Which is more academically fascinating than it is actually useful to me in terms of the fight, because I don't want to get hit by that. It's a silly attack. I didn't think that would hit, actually. Kind of glad it did. There we go. These things I'm throwing out despite not having high hopes for. Sorry, Maria, I had to take a break to scratch my face. You understand. Why don't you come away from that wall a bit? Ooh. Plastic bag incident. Ah. I hope you feel better. Okay. Ah, you can't take 2 of those in a row. Well, I will offer to you my suffering, that you may forget your pains. I'm in a good state right now, at least so far. Then I got killed. Yeah, I think I'm really at the point where like I really want to beat her this session. I don't have a time limit today either, because it's just a Sunday, midday, whatever. my phase 1 is, like, pretty clean at this point. Ignore that. Whoop. Okay, she didn't choose to shoot me there. That's good. That was not really prepped. But I didn't get any rally up, which is a bummer. Uh-oh. Oh, she just got right up and stabbed me. Yeah, I should have had that in mind. I probably should have just taken the visceral so that I could get clean healing. I think a lot of what's holding me back is I still haven't gotten any... I've only once managed to get the correct timing and spacing for getting a backstab in her phase 2. I think if I can get the backstabs in her phase 2, I can, like, tear through that phase a lot more easily. Just haven't been able to get that to work yet. Ah. Well, that was something. Yeah, getting clipped on some of those dodges where I expect to get through really throws me off. So, let's see. I think the next question is, if we get her today, are we going to move on to the Orphan of Kos, one of the hardest bosses in all of Dark Souls, or will we be going after Lawrence instead, who is not one of the hardest bosses in all of Dark Souls, but, you know, he's a big old fire puppy. I think I'll probably be going for Orphan of Kos, because it's more height. Oh. See, once again, I'm not taking the visceral, and then I missed the first dodge. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I'm certain Orphan's gonna be a wall. Also because I've never fought him. So that's gonna be coming in from blind. I'm probably gonna watch guides on Orphan pretty soon before I, like, start doing the fight. We'll see. Like, I think I'm only going to do a couple of blind attempts on him before I just watch a guide. These Bloodborne bosses have really specific setups. Taking some random hits on this. I'll just let her transition, just take a break. Focus up. Let's go. That's not supposed to hit me. Dodging away never works in that phase. No matter how much I want it to. I'm not accustomed to her combos in that phase anyway, because I'm always dodging behind, and it's still the better way to do it. You're supposed to dodge behind every one of these attacks. Yeah. Got one. There we go. That's a good one. Rally all that back. Thank you. Okay, I don't know what exactly happened there, but I tried to buffer dodge, and then my buffer and then I changed my buffer somehow to attack, and it got really weird. Yeah, I got hit by some weird portions of those attacks. Like I got hit by like the late hitbox and then the early hitbox for her doing the same attack twice in a row. Eh. Really easy to lose control of phase 2. I walk right back into that. You would be a deer and let me rally that up. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna make that mistake constantly if that's okay. That's gonna miss. There we go. My stamina was too low, and I tried to like buffer in the attack too early, which is why it like ate my input. But it was a charge input, so it left me doing nothing. I didn't think she'd be able to keep tracking on me there, and then I could just get a heal off. Well, I didn't finish slamming the vial into myself, so I didn't use the vial. There you go. More blood for me. Oh, I did it again. That was just slow. Trick weapon attacks. Just need a reflex tune-up. Here we go. Certainly has a way of just coming out from the other side of the friggin' arena if I need to heal. Like, you press triangle. That can't be allowed. Alright. Has a pretty fast phase too. I need to recognize that change. Yeah, basically, I need to have my phase 2 dodging in accordance with which shoulder she's striking from, really. Yeah. I noticed that on Ludwig, too. There are definitely bits where Ludwig can read a triangle input and just decide to stomp you. Yeah, I don't super appreciate the novelty of it. I suppose to some extent maybe it's necessary to keep a feeling of speed and pressure in the game. Feels like it might have been somebody's programming shortcut. Did you come off the wall? Very risky. Okay, not enough time for that. The fact that the second swing is delayed means I can't just time it for that attack. I have to be in the right spot. Yeah, I was just thinking like, you know, if I time the dodges correctly, I could just dodge through it no matter what, but not on that one. I might have had time to get in a second dodge, but I really don't know. Well, I definitely could have dodged out between that and the follow-up, I think. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Who knows? Who can say? Alright, let's go again. Nearly a setback. Mostly rallied up. fast first phase. Pretty fast second phase after a fashion. I mean, I killed a Bryatas. I used a full 20 bullets on a Bryatas, which is part of why I don't have too many bullets right now. I spam guns a lot on the humanoid hunter fights that occur like while you're just running around. I'm also trying to save a lot of bullets for Gehrman. Since I have to fight the Moon Presence right after Gehrman, and I'm certain that my best kills on Gehrman are going to be pretty gun heavy. Mostly, I just hate missing gun critical timing and then like eating a giant attack. Also on Maria, what's it called? She just has so many good openings anyway. A very strict phase change regimen. That hit. Okay, I couldn't get behind that? I guess I needed to have a better time dodge for that. Ay-yi-yi. I think the thing that unnerves me about that particular one is, like, her attack trajectory was, like, askew compared to where I was able to get to. I think I needed to be a little further away from her to actually get the right positioning on these two cross slashes. You have to be to the side of and a couple steps away from her. If you're right next to her, she'll hit you anyway. I think I would have had it if I wasn't locked on, because, like, that's a lot of how her Phase 2 things seem to work. If I'm not locked on, I'm going to have a better dodge for it. But it's so hard to keep track of her and stay close to her if I'm not locking on. I don't want to tax my brain that much. Pebble description is kind of funny. Quite thrilling, throwing rocks at people. Oh boy. Let's grab that so I'm not distracted by it, as I tend to be. Oh, I jumped and didn't get killed. I guess that's something. The angle to get the backstab right is so peculiar. You often wind up having to make an attack that doesn't look like it would actually hit at all, but it's a backstab. I didn't get a hit there. Wow. Oh, come on. Dang it. She's got me with that twice in the last 20 minutes. Just the quick double stab. So I kind of inevitably have to cross in front of her, and I'm getting too... I'm being wary of her delayed attacks. And that's the fastest thing she can do from that stance. I think she probably stops moving a moment before the attack comes out. So the earliest telegraph for that might be like watching for her legs. Yeah, I was trying to get behind her on that attack, but it was not to be. There we go. Sometimes I'm throwing out a pretty weird angle to try and hit like her back plane. Yeah, gunshots. A lot of them. Close. Okay, even that is not enough time unless I'd have to start that sooner. Dang it! I hate that stare down so much, man. It's fraying my nerves. That stab is so rude. That's what I get for staying away from her. I was trying to find better opportunities to like dodge gap closers and get in, but nope. It's like, well, I get that. Let me just get you this dodge or die move. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what it takes. Lady Maria's a little kinky in phase 1. She just loves being bullied. Get at least 2 hits in before I have to go out. Yes! A whole lot of stuff there. That hit there, okay, right. That one I need to stand, like, right next to her left leg. Sheesh. That slash is so big, man. It's so big. But that's supposed to be one of my big opportunities. Like, I'm really supposed to get a charged backstab on her after that. I just need to stand at the right spot. And that's the thing about, like, Bloodborne fights. A lot of these Bloodborne fights, you need to stand at, like, a magic pixel to live. Whereas, like, Dark Souls does not do that to you. Except for, like, Bed of Chaos. Oh, that's a wrong choice. No thank you. I like that. She pulls out her gun and is like, care to try again? No, I think I'll continue the current fight, thanks. I didn't actually need to do that dodge there. hit me on the weapon transition. How rude. Oh, okay. I dodged early enough for her to compensate the dodge, instead of dodging after her attack startup. I had a few different really clunky exchanges there. I mean, of course, there was the bit where I got hit by her charge slashes in the first phase. That wasn't good. Oh, we're down to our last 18 blood vials. That's still probably good for about 3 more attempts. Maybe more. But, what's it called? We're very blood vial thirsty in her third phase. She does a lot of incidental damage there. I didn't think that would land. Oh boy, this is not a good phase. And yet, I got the slim window charge attack punish. It's very hard to land the charge attack after that particular attack. That's bad. Okay, character facing was not cooperative there. It's inevitable when I win these fights, it's after a messy first phase that I muddle through. So, I'm going to call this a good omen. I had a dozen clean Ludwig first phases that did not get me the kill. Oh, I wasn't actually very hurt. Dang it. If my charge attack landed there, she would not have started up that attack that fast. I didn't need it to backstab, I just needed it to land. Unfortunately, like, sometimes I'm getting more experience against her standard Phase 2 attacks, which is handy, but I really need to understand her charged Phase 2 attacks. That's like the moneymaker things. Woo, almost walked into that. Sit down, ma'am. I said sit down. Well, there goes my picture-perfect Phase 1. It didn't even get off the dodge between the attack there and the gun. I pressed circle, I promise. I don't understand what the buffering mechanic is in Bloodborne, because oftentimes it buffers things in, and I'm like, I buffered that in a full second ago. I don't know why it's still in the queue. Or like, I buffered out that melee attack and then frantically spammed circle, but I didn't get it. There is like, I pressed circle once, quite firmly. I would have liked it to happen. I think I've said it before. I think there's a more generous buffer for attacks than there is for dodges. But man, up until the part where I died, that was a really clean phase 1. Oh, I completely had my hand in the wrong spot. Yeah, I was like utterly betrayed by my reflexes. My brain was saying dodge and my fingers hit R2. I'm like, what? That's not what that button does. You silly Billy. Alright, I'm gonna farm up some vials real quick and clear my head. That's not what that button does. Ah. Let's see. I've been thinking a bit ago that I might spend some time on stream just like randomly screwing around in Chalice dungeons trying to get those further. But I mean they're just at that point where they're not easy enough to be stress-free. But they generally aren't rewarding either. I'm not really going to get better stuff by running around in them. I might get like some marginal Carol rune things, but it doesn't matter. I don't think there's a better clockwise metamorphosis than the 10%. I don't know if there's a 15% maybe. That's death, right? Oh, not quite, okay. These guys are so often like, oh man, you made one attack that was not close enough. Ah, die. Oh, so other that will trade twice because I buffered an R1. That's fine. I haven't killed any pigs, so it's alright to get killed by these guys. Nothing at stake. What's it called? I'm probably going to start playing pretty soon the new expansion for Oxygen Not Included, because I really enjoyed the base game. I'd like to put more time into that with the new stuff they've got. See there, they were like leisurely on their attack startups. So that might be on the docket pretty soon. Oh cool, I get my 5,000 extra blood echoes back too. There you go. Did you remember that you like fire? There you go. Just throw a fire attack. I can walk around those pretty easily. I mean, I could theoretically stay out of the mace stuff without too much fuss, but I don't know, I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered. There's one pig down. Next. Sweet. I had my players fight a couple of giant boars in the D&D game last night. Look at that, didn't die. Didn't die and everything. And I couldn't help myself from making like the 30 to 50 feral hogs joke like 3 times. if you're gonna jump backwards and not let me do my loop on you, I'll just take the regular kill. Wait a sec, that didn't look different. Do I not have the air bonus on right now? No, I've got more blood echoes from viscerals. Maybe you don't have to kill them with a visceral. Yeah, oxygen's really neat. The big thing about it that I like that makes it different from other like management sim type stuff is all of the managing of like fluids and gases. Because I like managing the flow of water around the base. It's just like a little calming. Oh, give me a break. There we go. Oh, that barely worked out. But we take those. Yeah, I really like it when you have, like, you're managing water for, like, the latrines and the hygiene, and then you take the, like, hygiene runoff into your industrial loop, which is then used as a coolant, which superheats it, killing off the germs, and then you put it in the purifier, and then it can go back into your, like, full-blown supply, and all that other stuff along the way. So, like, having those full cycles of resources and, like, steadily chipping through the more hostile infectious biomes is pretty satisfying. It's also hilarious when you note that like the insulated industrial power plant area that you know fully bricked off a while back has been getting like so hot that it's now dangerous for your people to walk in there because you're just not letting heat bleed out of that. And you have those funny externalities. The oh, I guess I could upgrade this if I cared. I just misclicked on that. Misclick, I'm using a controller. The new expansion for it is focusing on like having multiple bases on like different asteroids. And I think that's really nice because when you make errors in the base game, you screw up things in your main base, it feels very annoying. And I don't necessarily want to keep up with it if I make too big of a mistake. But if I've got multiple bases that are running at the same time, then I feel as though I can experiment more and cope with errors better. Yeah. Then you set up electrolysis, which, you know, converts your water into gases. Then you have to pump the generated oxygen, but electrolysis produces very hot oxygen, and you need to cool it down first. All this stuff. It's neat to think about, like, working through. Nice! Barely landed that. That's like the weird hitboxes of the player charge attack. That's no good for me. Yeah, I committed to a rallying attack in a bad way. Yeah, I committed to an attack to try to rally, and then I noticed, oh no, she picked the other charge attack. This is not gonna work. Ah. Just gotta get it all together. Okay, I think I might try an unlocked phase 2 from here on. Get away from the stairs, little missy. That was a bummer. And of course, I've also got more Ruined King to play through. I think I should probably do that offline. Because, to be honest, in terms of a stream, I think I should be reading through all the dialogue. And I'm not. I skip a lot of dialogue. Once I understand the gist of like what's going on in a scene, I'm just cutting through it. I enjoy the gameplay anyhow, with like the combats and the fights. So the dialogue is cool. I like the characters they chose to feature. Heal. Uh-oh. Okay. I keep making, like, weird choices about where I'm going to try to take my, like, healing opportunity. Oh my god, it is so difficult to keep track of her, but this is kind of working. I just need to like try and figure out how I'm supposed to like square up to get charge attack in. There's a couple attacks there where I let opportunities go by, or my angle on her was wrong because I wasn't locked on and I'm trying to like adjust. So I wound up like attacking in front of her, and that was no good. But if I need to focus on dodging for the later phases, that might be the way to do it. Right, can't do a full charge there. I don't know what I was thinking. There you go. Oh, I went in too late. Blood swords. Oh. It's kind of a quirk of Dark Souls that some of these late bosses have their own like really cool weapons that you can get after killing them. But you're not going to really play with those unless you're playing in New Game Plus, generally speaking. I mean, there are a few exceptions. Like, I've seen the Whirligig Saw in speedruns because of, like, attack swapping glitches. I think things like that are novel, but I don't like to watch glitched gameplay. stuff. She almost never retaliates like that with just the immediate 2 swipes. I have seen her do it before. It's just rare. I haven't gotten her to phase 3 today. And that was stupid. Like, not stupid on me, stupid on, like, what am I supposed to do? I just kind of got in a corner and I'm like, well, I pray she misses. Just randomly. I could have tried to dodge through it. It was just like a moment of defeat. I'm like, this is dumb. I shouldn't have to put up with the boss doing this attack from the absolute corner. Oh, she went for the gunshot there. Neat. Alright. Shake it off, shake it off. I'm still very annoyed by that stab from those 2 attempts ago. I'm just going to take the visceral. There we go. Buttery smooth first phase. I was too far behind her, so it hit me. I wanna watch an instant replay of where that attack hits, man. It's supposed to be a tiny, tiny spot where it doesn't hit. And I'm not finding it. Alright. I need to call out which charge attack she's using, because I'm not reacting to them correctly. Okay. So her charge attacks are slam, slash, and stab. Yeah. I mean, I think even in the clip it's not going to be clear, is the thing. One of the things it's quirky about Bloodborne is the camera kind of goes nuts whenever you quick step. and it makes it really difficult to tell sometimes what happened in, around, during, or before a quick step happened. Oh, that hit. Okay. Got it. Some sneaky hits there. I'm just gonna take a visceral, be a little lazy. It's like 200 less damage anytime I take the visceral on that. But I'll do it if I've got missing health. Actually, I think Visceral, if I get Visceral follow-up into 2 hits, then the Visceral's probably the better choice. Problem is those hits are not a guarantee. She would just gun into gun. That was bad on me. I was too late. Go back to locked on for now. Glad that didn't hit. Slam. Oh, Twitch being a butt. That's a bummer. Yeah, I got too in sync with her fast attacks, and I dodged too early on her slow attack. And that's the dance of her second phase. She's going to throw like 6 fast attacks at you and 1 slow, and then the slow is what's going to get you. Or you'll just be killed by a charge attack because they're like the actual space they cover is ridiculous. Aw. Bad response. And we're recovered. Didn't have the dodge in time. Or didn't have the dodge back in time, rather. Whoops. I did look at one, like, Madhouse clip of a dodgeless version of this fight. And it looks very artful, but the comments from the runner were quite telling. I could tell he was quite frustrated with getting the kill he had. I'm having a hugely difficult time coping with that delayed slash in phase 2. Oh my god. It hits in a... It's really big. It's not just that it's really big, it's that she's got like 3 versions of it. Because she's got the delayed double cut, the delayed both cuts at the same time, and the delayed overhead double slash. There are 3 angles of the attack. And she auto-corrects it really accurately. It's like a Dark Souls 2 attack. Okay, no, that's fine. Don't turn around or anything. B. Dang it, I thought she would do any other follow-up than gun. Wow, sometimes, you know, when that happens, I just want to watch and see how many times she decides to try shooting me. Second phase. Yeah, No Roll Maria looks super nutty. He literally has to stand on like the perfect floor tile to like avoid most of the fight. I'm just gonna stand out of that, thank you, for once. Finally, something easy to avoid. Slam. No problem from that distance. Dang it. Okay, we're fine. Too slow on me. Okay, that doesn't work, I guess. That's the slash. Just to stay out of it. Dang it. Doesn't work. Slam. Jump. Stab. With the follow-up. Right, I forgot about that. Slash. It's there. Jesus. I forgot her stab has the follow-up. Forgot about that. That's frustrating. Okay. Can I kill you any faster? There we go. I was trying to take the visceral there because I had no stamina. slash. Dead. Alright. Come here, you. That wasn't great. Yeah, with Bone Marrow Ash and a like a +9 pistol, the damage from a Bone Marrow shot on a Bryatas is like 700 or something. Pretty ridiculous. So that was definitely part of that strat. But I don't have any Bone Marrow Ash left. Not get in the corner? I'm putting up with it, but, like, wow, it's really uncomfortable. But I really, really don't want to walk away from the boss anymore. I'm super tired of walking away from the boss and waiting for her to do stuff. Because it's just stressful. I just want to keep hitting her the whole dang time. Start to finish, let's just try to keep slapping the boss. Serious? Okay. Ow. That's bad. I hit the wrong button. I'm just gonna launch myself into her. Face first. Directly at the boss. Headbutt her to death. I'll bite your legs off. Oh, you know, the new season of The Witcher is out on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. Probably be enjoying that through this next week. I already watched the new season of Agretzico because I could kind of background that one. I didn't want to background The Witcher. I'm just going to be a little lazy and take the visceral. Here I'm taking the charge. I lost the lock on because the camera got frustrated with the corner. As always in Dark Souls, the true boss is the camera. Okay, yeah. Staircase makes her do weird stuff. Like, it's a really, really unfortunate spot for the boss to wind up in. But in phase 2, anytime I try to like move back and let the boss correct positioning, she winds up doing like the half stage charge stab and killing me. So I'm not in the mood anymore. I'm just gonna follow her wherever she's going. Try to make it work. Oh, that's wrong. I think that was a little late. Phase 3. Stab. That was going real good until I got burned a lot, and then she rolled away and stabbed me. Yeah, I started slipping him in. Like, alright, anytime that being said, it did make me screw up once. That stab, man. That stab is so real. Absolute killer. Alright, I'm starting to feel with this positioning that my hunter does not understand the prompt. Where am I supposed to stand again? Which direction is the boss in? So many, like, wayward attacks there. Yeah, the no-roll strat was so crazy, man. The no-roll strat is where I learned roughly how to position and land the charged R2, because he's doing a lot of that to get through the first phase. He's still using kind of a phase 1 loop, give or take. The late phase for the no-roll strat was just very, very patient, and basically every time she did the charged slash, he would just walk into a very specific position. It would miss him and he would get like a full charge attack. Okay, that was not right. fights. Just need about another 2 of those fights where I get her really close, and it might come together. I didn't have the stamina to start the charge at the right time. It's really hard to land a charge after that particular attack. I couldn't correct the character's positioning enough for that. There we go. Fall down and let me heal. There we go. Okay. That was her right leg that I was at? Yeah, she really do like me to be hurt. Do I just need to roll the slash? I know there's a spot to stand for that flippin' attack. Take the visceral so I can heal. Whiff, 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 whiff. Stamina for a full punish. I'm just going to do a little bit. Oh, that got me. Oh man, my dodge put me in a really random direction there. Like, I don't think you could tell by the video that the direction I was holding on the analog is left. Like, my left. I don't know where my guy went. Locked on combat in Bloodborne is just super disorienting compared to other Dark Souls. to that. She is just in a mood to do the charged overhand, and that's all she wants to do. There we go. Full health for once. Yeah, got killed. I'm trying to just see if I can bully her through phase 2. And it's tricky. So for the slash attack, I'm not even certain if the area completely and directly behind her is actually safe. I don't know. Although part of that is when she's in the twisted, like, ready stance, I can't exactly tell what behind her is. I think I have to just check that relative to her legs and see if I can get that positioning better. Alright, we're gonna have a nice, clean, quick phase 1, eh? So I can practice. I dodged too early. So is everybody looking forward to seeing family next week? Get some time off? Let's see. I think I'll be technically phoned into work part of the time, but yeah, that was bad. That was real bad. I think I haven't technically taken work off except for the eve and I suppose the eve is Friday. So not many actual vacation days here. I've got a lot of vacations stocked up at my company. Vacation and sick days are part of the same lump sum, and when I'm working from home, I don't feel the need to call in sick if I'm feeling like a little bad, or like there are more days where I will tough through it when I'm remote compared to like going into the office while I'm feeling under the weather. Whoop. Oh, couldn't walk that. Oh, okay. I was late on the button there. I'm like mostly good at phase 1, but it still kills really fast when you make a mistake. So I can get through phase 1 really quickly, but it doesn't mean my phase 1 is actually super consistent. Which is like kind of problematic, but it's just a reflex-driven fight. Yeah, right? Thankfully, there's no limit to how much of it I can stockpile. and the rate that they come in is pretty good. I'd have to look it up, actually. It's broken down by hours, so oh. What's peculiar about my workplace is that I am living on the East Coast, and I do work with mostly East Coast people. There is a local company that I do all of my work for, but technically I am part of the staff for the California company because I do IT support. So my boss is technically um, the guy who is like the IT head over there, who's like managing the first responders support team. But in practice, my boss is the CTO for the like sub branch that I do all my work with, and like he's the guy who interviewed me for the hire and all that stuff, and he's great. What's it called? So he's the CTO and like in charge of the IT for the company, but he's also a vice president in the company in general. So the amount of say and influence that IT has with regards to business practice is a ton. What the heck? He's just like, no, I don't think I want to dodge this distance. Alright, I gotta bookmark that afterwards. Absolute troll. Ha! Dodged you because I was attacking. And I'm dead. Not getting the dodge right on that attack again and again and again. Oh, let me throw in that bookmark though. Stream. There we go. Added a marker. Cool. Yeah. What's it called? She started the dash, and then she like had an elevation drop, which stopped her dash and reset her animations. That can happen usually if she's like over the stairs or something. I've seen it before, but it happened just because of like a little slight bump in the environment. Completely goofy. Whoops. But yeah, it's because my immediate supervisor, CTO, is a vice president that... Whoa, you hit me there. Our policy moving forward in like the post-pandemic environment is very like IT mindful. We're basically going to like remote primary for almost everybody, which is pretty cool. And it's a policy that he had to fight for. Oh shoot, got caught. So our new office practice is going to be that every employee is expected to be in the office 7 times per year, and that's it. And that's for people who are local to the DMV. For people who are further out, I think they're supposed to come to the office 3 times a year, or something like that. they've set up an allowance for people to get some of their own supplies for their home office, so we don't have to worry about ordering monitors for people, because they can just buy that as part of their flexible allowance. Oh man, that's a bummer. It's like $75 per pay period, which over the course of a year is like more than $1,000, which is pretty awesome, I think. But that can cover like everything. That covers like you could use that to buy new clothing. You could use that to buy a new webcam. You could use that to get yourself new headsets, so I don't have to order headsets for people ever again. And you can use that to buy monitors. If you want to have like 3 monitors, just like wait a couple pay periods until you have enough allowance to buy more monitors. Yeah, it's a really cool policy. And on our side for IT, we're going to have less office presence that needs to be managed. We're still going to be maintaining some office workspaces, but we need to like spend time to determine how many people on average we have in the office. People are still able to come in if they want to have like an office work environment. For some people that like really helps them focus. But we're not sure how many people that's actually going to be. It's a little cramped. There's our phase 2. I could have gotten in one more attack before the transform. I want to get that off the floor. Alright. It looks like the area behind her is safe for that. Oh. That's maybe the first time that's killed me. Alright, alright. Yeah, so work is pretty cool. I'll be going out to a party on the eve of the eve, meeting up with some people who I have not spoken with much. Well, I've spoken with them a little bit online, but a lot of the people who are going to be there are people I have not met up with in several years, even before COVID. And there are some of them where it's like a bad term situation, so I'm a little anxious about it. But I think that I can be gracious with the hosts, and that'll be good at least. And I'm hoping that I can like bridge some old connections. Because generally speaking, you have social circumstances. You wind up getting into like a bad blood situation with one person, and then they start bad-mouthing you to all sorts of other people. And it's not those people's fault to like start getting a negative opinion of you when they have somebody like whispering in their ear. So I'm going to be trying to sneak in past those whispers and possibly correct some impressions. And I hope that goes well. Oh no, that's her actual, like, deadly sequence, but in phase 2. Oh boy. Yeah. When it comes to, like, social groups and dynamics, I have a strong sense of justice, and I'm very decisive. And so I have cut people off or spurned them because they have done wrong by me or my friends. And I will not mince words about that when somebody is transgressed. Because I can forgive something that somebody does to me, but you can't forgive something that somebody does to a third party. That's not fair to your friends. So, like, there have been various slights against me that I was frustrated about for a time, but ultimately got over. But I have some other friends who were, like, much more seriously hurt. And I'm going to see if the person's involved, if that is something that is, like, past them, if that's something they did accidentally, or if there's a more lingering malice there. Because some people, they get manipulated, they, like, hear a bad story about somebody, and you can talk with them and say, like, no, that's not how it is, and they'll be like, oh, snap, that's crazy. And other people will be like, well, I don't care about what you have to say about them, they're definitely evil. And I'm like, okay, you just kind of heard that and you're rolling with it. Stab. She got me with the full 180. Jeez. Check the replay. Yep. Complete reversal. That stab does not care about, like, how you think physics should work. I would be less annoyed with it if it actually took her time to turn around when she did that. But her spin is instant. The timing of the stab does not change based on where you are. I feel like it should be slower for her to turn all the way around, or that she should actually have, like, a turnaround animation. But I can't see it if she has one. I was talking to some friends, and I might try to resume a political lunch talk segment that I was doing a little bit of this earlier this year. I'm very in tune with politics, and I love to talk about it, despite the fact that it's often depressing. That's actually why I stopped doing the segment earlier this year. Ah, dang it. Is, after the exit from the Afghanistan war, I got depressed because so many people were, like, coming out of the woodworks to politicize it, try to score points, and I felt that was, like, really deplorable. If there's one, like, failure, it's like a truly bipartisan failure. Every politician in, like, on every politician on Capitol Hill deserves some share of the blame for us being in Afghanistan and everything we've done and all of those problems. But we had a bunch of people come out and try to say, like, oh, it's so-and-so's fault, this was so poorly handled. I'm like, give me a break. We've had both parties in power for this fiasco. It is an all-American screw-up. I'm not going to get that. I just want to take the visceral because I don't have stamina. So if anybody thinks of any political topics they would like to hear about in detail, I mean, if I know about it, I'll always, like, give my opinion just during the stream. I'll gladly talk about it. If it's something I don't know about, I'll do some research and then I can have it as part of the segment. I thought I didn't have enough time for that many attacks. I wanted to test it, because that's the full stamina bar. There's no way I have time to spend the full stamina bar on R1s. Yeah, I think the best I can do is probably 2 attacks and L1, and then I gotta back out. Or one could save them until morning, if it ever comes. Oh, another thing that was occurring to me, I need to review through the, like, darkest dungeon lines to say. Right? Yeah, one of the segments I did when I was doing it was talking about. I think I had a bit of talk about universal healthcare. Yeah, uh, because my younger sister got this super annoying opinionated boyfriend, and he was like not for universal healthcare, and I'm like, okay, you're kind of a like I gotta convince you of this because you're not fit to associate with my family with that kind of trash opinion. Um, what was bad about it in particular was really just that his arguments about it were bad, and he would not like. I could tell that my sister was frustrated from talking to him over it. I'm like, that's a bad sign. So I wanted to take I spent a segment kind of breaking down like what's all about that, and it's completely bonkers that um, that we pay for healthcare the way we do. Slash. Uh-oh. Yeah. For her doing that in that position, I should have left instead of going in. I could have gotten away. Yeah, I think I've spent a bit talking before with people online about like uh, French healthcare is really amazing. Like in France, um, when a woman is like pregnant going through birth and all of that stuff, they have like a direct counselor for that person who's like helping them with all the logistics of being a new mother. It's amazing. And like, yeah, they pay a lot of money in France, but they get service like you wouldn't believe. American people are like allergic to the idea that they should be helping somebody. It's completely ridiculous. It's like, why should I spend my money to help somebody? Like, because somebody will help you. Just friggin' scratch each other's backs a little. Be part of the world. There are other humans living around here. Wow, I am backstabbing this gal all day long. I had enough time for that. Slam. Oh, I didn't get that other dodge out? Okay. I was trying to get in 2 dodges there. I guess I hesitated? Hmm. Yeah, we've got a lot of problems in politics in America. The biggest problem is that our politicians are like super on the take. There's like so much dirty money in the system. It's ridiculous. And neither side of the aisle is like particularly messaging around, let's clean it up. It's so like team sports oriented right now that you could not get people to agree across the aisle on like doing any anti-corruption measures, because that's how like team deadlocked they are. Because basically the people who have been in for a long time on either side, super corrupt. But you can't get the freshmen on both sides to collaborate on anti-corruption stuff. For various reasons. It's mostly because, like, probably, like, 15 to 20% of our politicians are just, like, idiots. They're just idiots. They can't strategize or anything like that, so they just want to form blocks and just block everything the other side is doing, vote up every side their side is doing, and the people who follow them and elect them are dumb too, and they go on those same metrics. My D&D group comments pretty frequently. We were commenting yesterday during the game that, like, our shared fantasy, and a lot of the times the things we come together to capture in D&D, is our shared fantasy is just a world where, like, justice happens. It's just a world where, like, we have the power to punish evil. That is the shared fantasy that drives us to play D&D. Nice. Wasn't sure I could line that up. Whiffed one there. Slam. Dang it. She cut my legs off. Yeah, I dodged way too early, and I went to the wrong side of her for that attack. If I had gone to her left, I would have. If I had gone to the left, I would have lived. I need to spend more time breaking down and processing where I'm failing, because I'm just falling into the same patterns again and again. And I'm not doing a good enough job at rolling through the attacks for rolling through the attacks to be my actual response. I need to, like, learn a better plan. The fight is fast enough that it's just really hard to react to the different things that can happen. It's a real struggle. It's like, what's a fast fight in Dark Souls 3 compared to this? Because, like, this is way faster than the free to fight. The free to fight is almost entirely around managing the two entities in phase 2. Because the other phases you can just wade through. You can just avoid and wait out, and you get strong punishes handed to you on a silver platter. And, like, Slave Knight Gale's attacks are very rote. He only has a few patterns that he goes through. And you can dodge them in a pretty simple way. Demon King's a much slower fight than this. Let's see. Half-Light is a much slower fight than this, because Half-Light is not, like, properly aggressive. Half-Light fights like a dweeb. This is a faster fight than Artorias, because Artorias you can bait and punish. It's a faster fight than the Fume Knight in the later phases. The first phase is kind of similar to Fume Knight Phase 1, basically. Jeez. Yeah, I used a poison strat for part of Gale. For Frida, I just wound up fighting her straight up. Yeah, for like Phase 1 Gale, I used a poison knife to start it up. Frida is incredibly easy to backstab. The biggest difference is I can dodge those fights consistently. Like, I can consistently dodge Gale and Frida for as much as I want to, and I just can't consistently dodge Maria. Let's see. I think the other fight that I haven't beaten yet that I can't consistently dodge is Blue Smelter Demon in Dark Souls 2. That fight was really messing me up. Okay. Tried for a bad gun counter in the middle of that. Let's see, what can I adapt? I mean, there's nothing I can really do better in execution for Phase 1. I think Phase 2, I'll probably get more consistent over time doing an unlock strat for Phase 2. That's true. There's 2 hits there. Slam. Stab. Follow-up. And the follow-up also instant kills. Whee! So if she does the follow-up on the stab, I don't have enough time to do a roll R1 into dodge? Jeez, man. Jeez. Yeah. Ah. My dodge didn't put me where I wanted it to. Ran out of stamina. Go ahead and do what you want there. Slam. Dang it. She came out of that hit stun faster. Let's see. I might have had an opportunity for a charged R2 on that one bit where she whiffed the double stabs. I think she's a lot likelier to whiff the double stabs when I'm unlocked. Oh, looks like I gotta do a farm cycle soon. I guess I used a lot of healing that last attempt. Fall down so I can heal. That was kind of a contingency gunshot for just in case she felt like she wanted to do a follow-up. Slam. No? That's a big combo. Dang it. Ran me down. Slash. Dang it. Is that not fully behind her? I thought I had the position on that just right. Well, let's do a healing thingy. Got a farm. Okay, so what was wrong about that? Was I too close to her? So, thinking about the way the slash looks and should look, the slash should be starting on her left. Wait, does she have a left starting and a right starting version of that attack? No, I'm fairly certain it's always starting from one particular side. Yeah, so it should be starting from her left and low. Is that actually what the attack looks like? No, it's not. Alright. I'm gonna check something in just a moment. Let me just do this farm cycle. Thank you for the blood vials. Think a bit about my Christmas food plans. I am not sure what the dinner plan is for the 25th itself. Nope. Oh, I've got attention from both of them. Dang it. Wait, do I? I think I might, but I can't tell. No, just the one. Make sure I get the air bonus. More blood vials. When you get down to it, I suppose there's no amount of blood vials that I could have at this point that I would not have already run through. There we go. That was a little worrisome. Please let me actually get out of this stupid corner. Alright, and there's another run of pigs. Back to the fighting! Okay, before I get back to the fight though, I'm gonna like tab down for a moment and take another look at like a YouTube tutorial on the boss. That slash is driving me nuts. I have no idea where to stand. Whoops, wrong button. That is another interesting run that I think I could see myself doing any percent for, but definitely not all bosses for, which is Hunter's Torch only. That is a sassy run. That being said, like, for something like Hunter's Torch only, I don't know how they get the Hunter's Torch early on. They have to manipulate the game, have somebody else drop it in multiplayer or something? I don't know. Alright, so we're now prepared, we have our materials. Let me just watch something about this and see what the heck to do. Okay, so... I'm gonna watch the no dodge run again. Let's see, so... Okay, so there it is. It starts from her left hip. What is the YouTube frame by frame hotkey? Is it period every time? Yep, so oh my god, you're kidding me. That doesn't hit? He's in the attack. How on earth does that miss? You cheater. Yep. Yep. Okay, yeah. It's just about, he's just standing incredibly close to the boss, and then she whiffs. She has a dead spot, like, directly in her face, which defies all logic. Oh, man. Weird, clunky stuff. But yeah, it's basically she takes a step forward while she's doing the attack, and her face has to more or less pass through you while she's doing that step forward. Let's try and see if we can put some of that nonsense into practice after a couple attempts. Take a visceral here for the rally. Another rally visceral. Well, that was rude. Okay, so let me try a phase 2 where I get her to phase 2, and I'm just going to stay out until she uses that specific attack so that I can learn the attack specifically and get that done. So I'm going to try to get to phase 2, and I'm going to try to stay out until I can pick out the slash. So for the time being, we're not fighting Lady Maria of the Clocktower. We are fighting that attack. That is our true opponent. Stay away until she does the charge blade at her hip. That's the one, so that's the one I should be moving in on. Haha, hit ya. That's the slam. Short of slapping her there. on, go for it. That's the one. My position was wrong and I jumped. It took me too long to, like, process the attack, but that's what we're figuring out now. If I didn't jump, though, I would have lived. Whee! I think I get it, though. Her draw is not straight across. Her draw is more upward. So, like, the end of her slash is ending behind her somewhere. Which is completely jank, but whatever. It has its own logic. I'll get that health back, thanks. Backstabs. Ha ha ha. Alright, I'm gonna give her some space. Ooh, spicy. That's the one. Okay, that was not quite correct. Let's look at my replay. Where did I stand? What was wrong? I have no idea. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just have to be dodging it. Since on that bit where I jumped into it, I had the timing right. Oh. I thought I was far enough away, but I wasn't. I was just watching the attack. Let's try counting out the attack the next time she uses it. Because I'm pretty sure the slash and the stab have about the same timing. The slam is faster. I don't think all three of them have different timing, but maybe they do. Excuse me. Yeah, I just wanted to, like, look at it to better understand the hitboxing a bit. But she was closer than I thought. Stab might be slower. I'm not in the mood to get hit by that. think it's slam is basically like 1-2 slam. Yeah, it's about 4 seconds. Stab is definitely slower. Well, it's not 4 seconds, but it's me counting to 4, which I count a bit faster than a second count, which I know all too well from playing Dead by Daylight. That stab is definitely super tricky. Okay. So I think for phase 2, I have a bit of a better time like actually bullying her unlocked. Oops. That won't hit. Phase 2. Get out of the corner, please. Do not want to fight her up against the wall. Dang it. I'm not dead? How am I not dead this time? Just dodge that on timing. Dodge that on luck. Better lucky than good. Ugh. The thing about that attack is that, like, she does, her slash is still active after it completes the overhead, and it's lethally active at the very tip of the hitbox at the end. And that is getting me a lot, because it's like a purely circular slash. It's like along that vertical plane. She basically hits twice, is how long the move is active. So any dodge that leaves you in that plane will cause you to die. So you need to dodge out on that attack to live. Which is annoying because you can't punish from that like outwards position. And, like, what's the use of learning a dodge and a behavior that you can't punish? When instead you could, like, be patient, I guess, with regards to some other punishable behaviors. I just don't like patient strats. Go? Okay, over there. Like, what do you even want to do here? Yeah, it's super slow. unless I dodged through it. Get my heals off, thank you. Nope. Wow, whiff, whiff, whiff. Slam. I get to enjoy more of the music this way. Slam. Three, 4, 5. Stab. Dang it! I was too early on my dodge. Yeah, like the stab makes that phase such a crapshoot. It's really hard to time. It's hard to time and it's hard to get away from. The fact that it can turn her around entirely is like insulting. It's like, that's not a stab. It's just a missile. Yeah, that's a wipe. That's a wash. Just move on from that. Oh, we've only been at this for about 2.5 hours, and I could go for 4. Oh, got a family text. What are they? Are they planning stuff? Christmas plan. Okay, good, good, good. Cool. You know, the other thing that I need to make a plan to do is to catch the new Spider-Man. I'd definitely like to see that in theaters. I gotta figure out who's free for that. Ah, no! Yeah, that attack can actually one-shot. I just didn't think she would use it in that context. Especially also that she wouldn't turn right while she was prepping it. Which she somehow did. Tracking on this boss is a fancy beast. Didn't want to get backstabbed for a bit there. I was especially surprised by the fact that that trick weapon hit didn't backstab her. I usually get it at that angle. It's just a little tricky sometimes. She was in no mood. Here we go. I haven't uploaded the Ludwig kill specifically. I haven't done many boss kills. Actually, wait, I think I'm just behind on those videos. I know I've got a lot of Ludwig fighting up on YouTube so far. I'm not always strict with myself about getting the postings up. Ow, that hit? Okay. There you go. Right down the back. Okay. Yeah, I think the Ludwig kill probably isn't on YouTube yet. That happened a beat later than I thought it was. Yeah, the Ebrietas kill really was something special, especially with, like, the bits that were a little bit before the Ebrietas kill. Oh, man. I had a heartbreaking attempt that I think was 2 prior to the kill. Like, right down to the wire. Ultimately, though, like, it's squirrely and weird, and I think that the dodge attack is legitimately misprogrammed. But apart from that attack, I do like the Ebrietas fight. No, I went spicy there. I didn't have the timing right. Let me actually see. I'd have to go to, where is my video producer? And just check that while I'm at it. Okay, no comments on that. How many have I done that aren't uploaded? So, okay, so the last one I did was more Ludwig. Okay, and I believe I killed him here during Ludwig again. I'll start the export on that now. Quick tags. Alright, that'll be up pretty soon. Oh, let me get back to the correct view. There we go. No stamina. I'll wait for her to come out of that corner. It won't take very long. I didn't get out of that? Come on. That attack is always messing me up. Yeah, I think if there was only one attack that was killing me, I would be a lot closer on this, but there are 3 attacks that are killing me regularly. That's the stab, the slash, and just this double rolling cut. The one that goes straight overhead is the worst for me. It starts from over her right shoulder, and the proper maneuver on it is to circle to the left. Problem is, she's got a version that starts from each shoulder, and the other one, the proper maneuver is to circle to the right. You need to circle to the opposite shoulder to dodge them most effectively. And I'm having trouble reacting to those differences. Ow. Oh, shoot. She's got me with a quick thingy. Genuine mistakes on my part. I dodged into a move I'm not supposed to dodge into. Because I just went for, like, rote behaviors. I was just a little too close for her to make a gap closer selection, and I reacted as though she had done a gap closer. Because all of her gap closers have about the same timing, with the exception of the, like, unsheathing cross slash gap closer. That one's a little faster. Oh, I landed that. Cool. That one hit, though. You miss every shot you don't take. Well, that's still hitting, even though she dodged out. Oh. She got me. So I think, presuming that I kill her today, and I'm pretty much going to be going for, like, I'll go for 5 hours if I need to kill her. Presuming I kill her today, I want to get to Orphan of Kos, make just a couple attempts on Orphan, and then I think I'm just going to go to Chalice Dungeons. Just to, like, hang out for a bit. Aw, man, if I was a moment shorter. A moment faster. It was, she was doing the cross slash, which is a faster than usual attack for her. If she had done either of the basic slashes, I would have gotten the counter cleanly and then fully rallied up. I'm trying to use bullets to save myself on healing vials, because counter is always a full rally. The other option is not taking hits, which is a good idea that I should try to, you know, figure out. Oh, and the follow-up. Isn't that polite? Same one! And I keep dodging it in the same way, too. It's because I'm not reacting. I'm just, like, trying to do a plan, and you just can't. Once the boss is in phase 2, they mostly aren't using approaching attacks, and the only clean, like, opening they give is after using these super lethal charge moves that I'm having a hard time with. So if I'm doing like a wait and see approach on the boss, those are theoretically the moves I should be punishing. I'm just not surviving them routinely enough, so I'm trying to punish the other stuff. The other stuff has some dangerous bits woven in, and I'm not reacting to them super well. It's like a catch-22 of violence. Dang it. Just kill me. So yeah, it's a real toss-up, because I could try to more effectively beat the charge attacks and go for those as openings, and then just wait for those attacks, try to punish those. I could try to focus the fight around punishing the dive, or her 4 sequence. What is the tell for this? I mean, like, the tell for her releasing the stab? Like, is there a tell while she's in the charge? Because I know the tell for the stab is a certain pose, and I think I can usually tell when she's charging the stab, just not, like, when. Is like a certain count? Or does she actually have, like, variable timing on it? Ah, okay. I will check for that. That'll kill me, because it was a poise attack. Okay, let me try and watch for that. If I can get to a point where I'm dodging the stab accurately, then I can focus on the charge attacks, I think. Because I think I can dodge the slash most of the time, if I'm focused on dodging it. Ah, okay. Nope. Huh. That's a wash. I remember for Manus in Dark Souls 1, his like high up hand slam, I was initially having a bit of trouble with it, but I realized there was an audio cue just before the actual slam happened. I wonder if there's also an audio cue on that fade out. I was trying to hammer out the dash, but I couldn't get it to come out. It takes her long enough to pull out that gun that, like, it's not hard to, you know, get a dodge in, theoretically, but I find that sometimes it just doesn't happen. It's something about the recovery time from taking that hit. I think there might be a variable on the recovery time based on what you were doing when you got attacked. Fighting game counter hit rules. Got hit there because I got hung up on her model. Put me in a weird position. hung up on her. I needed to go strong left on that. Let's see, maybe I should try to square up with her more? No, I'll just get stabbed if I do that. The stab is really fast, so I really want to be rotating to one side of her or another to avoid the stab. Come on out here. I couldn't quite see from that far away, but I had to move away from that one since her back was on a wall. Ah, shoot. I think I can loosely see the fade there. That's very faint. See, I might be able to tell by watching her stance a bit. She's like slowly lowering herself as she's getting into the stab. She's not locked, unlike the other two positions. Recover from that mistake. Another game that I'm probably going to sink a lot of time into at some point, maybe soon, is Mountain Blade Warband, Bannerlord rather. I don't think I'll be streaming that one though. I don't want to try and run her down for a couple of attacks while she's like behind all that nonsense. Okay, that was, I did a little bit early. Just a little bit. I would have liked to move in on her for that, but with her near the wall, I, didn't want to. And that is happening all the time. She spends a lot of her time on the walls. Man, a death compilation of this would be quite something. Both this and Ludwig, I think, will make pretty nice death compilations if I get down to it. I also want to do a death compilation for the blue smelter. Wait, you can poison the blue smelter? I didn't know that. Interesting. I thought he was resistant to poison. I could have sworn I looked that up at some point. Is it one of those cases where he's resistant to poison, but, like, not by enough? Okay, there I got the timing. Ah, too early. Interesting. I'll have to think on that. Okay, so I got 2 successful dodges on the stab there. And then I got killed by the stab. And unfortunately, one of my successful dodges, I got hit by the follow-up. Very unnecessary attack for her to have. It's super nasty. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. When I was fighting the smelter, like, I had like depopulated almost the entire gauntlet all the way to him. I've killed almost everything in there except for like the big guy at the end enough times for them to not spawn anymore. I fought that guy for hours. I wound up leaving my DS2 SL1 run at what's it called? Yeah, Ivory King at +0 sounds brutal. Now, I wound up leaving that run 3 bosses short of all bosses, and I just said, like, you know what, I got all crowns, and I beat Aldia, forget about it. But I did not beat the Blue Smelter, Ludenzahlen, and Dark Lurker. Dark Lurker was mostly about not wanting to farm humanity to, like, go and fight him and deal with the, like, run to him. And Ludenzahlen, I only made 1 attempt on before I said, like, I don't want to fight these deer things. Somebody posted a guide a while ago that I bookmarked about, like, a proper method for killing the deer. So I was thinking I might go back to that and just depopulate the deer. For the post-DLC stuff, I was mostly using the battle axe. Before that, I favor the mace over the rapier, generally speaking, even though both are viable for SL1. Full health. Slam. Dang it. Homunculus mace. I think I've seen people running with that. Is that a drop, or is that, a boss weapon? Where does that come from? So I was like watching I was watching a fight tutorial, and somebody was using a mace that I wasn't familiar with. And I think that's the one. I know there's a few different things that are useful in DS2 that you can only get through drops, from like farming an enemy. Ghost of Drang Lake. Oh, the butler? Oh, okay. Interesting. Stop trying to shoot me, please. Oh, she stopped. Dang it. Bad dodge. I did grab the small hair ornament this run. I forget what it actually does for you, though. So I already passed it off to the doll. Was that necessary to get the doll's clothes? No, you find that in the hidden Hunter's Dream thing. Yeah, booting Dark Souls 2 back up to try and like get those last boss kills in is definitely something I need to think about maybe doing before Elden Ring is out. Because I got the all bosses on, well, I got the all bosses on Dark Souls 3. Those guys are all dead. And I did still get through some of the obnoxious challenging encounters in DS2, like the Gang Squad SL1. Oh, that's right, that's right. I think it's the one that gets you like periodic health recovery. I think I have it attached to my shotgun or something. But it's like way too slow to be important. I dodged that too slow. If I was closer, I would have freaking died. Okay, that was from losing track of her. The fact that the first attack of those hit me, I was actually very surprised by. And I probably should have rolled with that surprise and gotten the heck out of dodge. What time is it? Oh, it's like 8 o'clock. I'm going to order myself some food, because at this rate, I am not going to get food in me promptly. Why am I signed out of the app? Just sign back in. Okay. I'm just going to get a standard. Yeah, there we go. Order in. Cool. Yeah, I was originally thinking I might start this fight attempts earlier in the day, but I wanted to take a nap, so I did. I couldn't turn around enough. I guess Lady Maria's got a better gamer chair. Oop. There we go. That was a weird gunshot. Phase 2. Flash. Flash. Ah, dang it. I didn't think I was in a range. Man, like, I don't want to fight her point blank because I think all of my point blank fights against her have been luck, but that has gotten me the closest. Just, you know, hammering right in there and just strafing around stuff and just getting an attack. So let's try that for a bit. I'm just going to try attacking. Just focus on attacking. I should trust that I've built up some other skills with some of these experiments, but time for training is done. Visceral. My stamina is nothing. No, thank you. Oh, you couldn't fire the gun there? You're too good to fire the gun? Give me a break. Phase 2. I am going to back off when I need her to move out of corners, but apart from that, I'm just going to try to be aggressive. I don't want to fight her on the wall. Wait until that's done. Alright, let's go. Well, she responded to me quite thoroughly there. That one is pretty hard to dodge through if you're going head on. Alright. I guess I also have Beast Blood pellets if I wanted to try and incorporate those. I could also try adjusting my Carol runes, but there are not very many important adjustments I can make. I can get like 10% more health. Off the wall, please. And I'm dead. Walk right into that. So little startup on that attack compared to everything else she's doing in that phase. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm doing a lot better. Yeah, doing R1, R1, L1 as the punish on her charge attacks feels pretty good. Ha! Got away with it. Mad lad. Take the visceral. Stamina back, please. Heal up. Die. I had time to dodge out. I could have been more proactive about getting out of that. Because I didn't need to wait for her to do something there. I could have just dodged away. Have an ETA? No, it doesn't have an ETA yet. Grab that before it screws me up. Alright, chat, share your energy with me. We can do this. Ah. Dang it, I couldn't get 2 rolls. I knew I could stagger her with the transform. She just happened to hit me in a trade before the transform actually got her. So if I had gotten the stagger, she would have just backed off. I'm going to try using more transforms in phase 1 so I can get back into the cadence of it. So I really want to push damage faster in phase 2 and 3. Gotta pick, like, I have to have a better idea of when, because once I'm in the transform mode, I can't, like, throw out quick attacks, and then I'm having difficulty getting back out. I think what I need to do is focus on using the dodge transform as a punish when I need to get back to standard form. That should help. She loves finishing you off with gunshots in trick mode. I don't know. I think I've seen like most of them. Does it actually go over verbally how to deal with each of the attacks, or does it just have it like in the comments? 'Cause there was a couple that I looked at that had a listing of how to deal with the attacks in the comments. What I should probably look up actually is a +0 guide. As the gameplay for those tends to have like the best of the dodging. Yeah, I looked at a written one. Is it like a full Google Doc thing, or just like something on YouTube? So I had for Ludwig, I had gotten something from like the One Bros Discord that was really helping. Yeah, if you could throw in the link, I might check it out. Oh, Streamlabs is still good? Yeah, I forgot I still had that filter up. I gotta deal with that. Yeah, I had already checked this one. Yeah, they're good guides, but the execution's still just hard. Oh, come on! I can never react to that fast enough. Alright, I might have to just try to do this fight, like, super long, super safe. Which is going to be very frustrating when I make a mistake. But I'm pretty tired of getting killed by some of this stuff. I think what I need to do is do Phase 2 and Phase 3 just by baiting out the charged attacks, and I just have to learn the charged attacks. Because her actual, like, close range mix-ups in those phases are really, really nasty. And I think I'm closer to figuring out the charge attack timing than I am dealing with the other stuff. Almost got hit by that. stay back, wait for charge attacks, we'll dodge the charge attacks correctly, and we'll use that as our in. When she does the stanced multi-attack string, I can also use that as a means in. Killed me on the follow-up. 15 hours? Was it like a hitless run? There's no way they were fighting mid-ear for 15 hours. Because it doesn't take 15 hours to fight mid-ear. Were they doing like a no upgrades run? Because that could take not 15 hours of time, but it could take a long time. But like on a deathless getting killed by mid-ear at the very end, ugh, that'd be rough. Wow. That's nutty. So he was just going for the most mid-ear fight he ever could. That hit, come on. Ugh. Her range is like a quarter of this friggin' arena. Like lost progress in terms of how well I'm doing on this fight. That's rough. I've lost progress, but I'm not wasting healing vials. Okay. That was not the plan. 2 damage per attack. Easy peasy. So that's always 4 slashes. I'm gonna need to plan around that differently. So let's see. Out of everything, the best I've been doing on this was when I just like threw caution to the wind and just kept hitting her a lot. There's only a couple things that I need to actually avoid. actually need to do is figure out phase 2 backstabbing. Apparently I need to figure out phase 1 backstabbing. My character's just not changing directions very fluidly. That one, not after that attack. Is that phase 2? Yep, thereabouts. Too early on the dodge. Which is a bummer, because that would have been a really solid string of punishes. Plus I got the stagger effect off on her early thing, because she didn't dodge very far. Let's see. If I am fighting unlocked in phase 2, which I think is getting me usually better results, R1 to L1 is performing better there. Oh wow. I got a backstab off of that attack. Get off the wall, please. Hit me over here. Yeah, if I'm hurt in phase 2, I just want to stay out and get back up to full health. I don't want to get just plinked to death. Let's see. Is that my order at the door? Yeah, it is. Let me grab that. Bring it inside before it gets cold. I'm going to keep doing this for a bit longer. And then I'm going to eat. Maria, Maria. Oh, wow, it is cold. Okay, here we go. I want to be more aggressive in Phase 2, and my better judgment is holding me back. I gotta kick some of that instinct to the curb. Take the visceral so I can heal. Okay, I was too slow to dodge there. Visceral there, low stamina. Ugh. It's so aggravating. Okay. Okay. So if I'm rotating right instinctively, I only need to rotate left for one attack. Yeah, I learned how to do this a long time ago, and I just keep applying it. It's funny, playing like challenges in Dark Souls 1 like helped me to even be more patient with people in general. Take the visceral. It actually helps me at work too, because when you're providing IT support to some people are real frustrating to provide support for. And it's not people who don't know what they're doing that are annoying to support. Like, that's fine. Plenty of people don't know what they're doing. The people who are annoying to support for are people who won't stay quiet for a moment so that you can work on the problem. It's people who want to, like, talk over you and command the conversation that they don't know about instead of just listening to the questions you're asking and answering them. Just a couple folks who I'll have to connect to their computer and lock down the keyboard so they stop trying to show me the problem when I already understand it. Although there is one person in the office that we've completely lost patience of because she has no independent thought. Yeah. Sometimes people know enough that they, like, refuse to reboot their machine when I ask them to. And I'm like, seriously though, you gotta reboot. It does fix a lot of problems, and I know you think you're too good for the reboot fix, or that you've already done it, but we did one other thing since you last rebooted, so we probably should reboot again. I'm gonna take a short punish there so that I can heal. That was way too early. Okay. Yeah, it is that kind of energy, right? Yeah, I think it's the same, like, ability to endure frustration that allows me to play even, like, any amount of Dead by Daylight as well. That game is mad frustrating. Rally back up. Up. Okay. I wish I could get more out of backstabs and viscerals on her. It's like I can hit it so often in phase 1. Yeah. I enjoy a fair bit of Monster Hunter as well. Do you find that there's a particular thing about Souls likes that frustrates you? Is it more about the boss fights or the stuff in between the boss fights? And if there was a Soul, and what was the last Souls game you tried? Because Dark Souls 2 is objectively frustrating, no matter who you ask. It's just a frustrating game. Anybody who tells you otherwise is just not being honest about it. Like, the level design of that game is mad frustrating. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Bloodborne is nice and fast, and you get to it like fulfills a power fantasy really well. 1 is like just kind of old and clunky at this point. 36 fate. Oh snap. Dark Souls 2 is like, it has some very good segments. Oh. I couldn't get either of those staggers. Dark Souls 2 has a lot of like, it's got very good mechanical depth, and very good character customization. The SL1 run is really interesting because you can have like tons of different gear and a lot of very interesting tweaks. But adaptability is a very limiting mechanic to try and do SL1 runs on. But the more important thing is about Dark Souls 2 is that something like the first 2 or 3 areas are just built in this really obnoxious Gygaxian way, where you like take a step and there's like 6 guys trying to kill you and a bunch of explosives. And once you get through that area, Dark Souls 2 is pretty great. It's just the frickin' Bastion with all the explosive guys, the hordes of dudes with Zweihanders who just don't really sit in a friendly pattern. They just rush at you all at once and do like stabbing attacks. Super lame. But the DLC is like super, super good. I largely find Dark Souls 3 to be the more polished experience, but it's more mechanically limiting. There's less you can do with your characters, with your character, and there's less like play around the armor as well. Dang it! Double slash. Okay. The tell on the slash is before she holds a pose for a moment, and she pulls back a little before she actually releases it. So she twists slightly more before she actually releases the attack. So if I can keep an eye on her from the right angle, I might be able to read that. Yeah, the original 3, I'm going to hand it over to 3 every time. I think it has the right balance of polish and design. I think Dark Souls 2 shows a lot of polish, but its design is very unfriendly. Come on. Get hit. For Dark Souls 1, did you get past the gargoyle fight? Yeah. The gargoyles is what I tend to think of as like the wall for Dark Souls 1. And then once you're able to beat that, you're like in the game proper, so to speak. Gascoigne is a decent benchmark. I'd say like he's a good challenge in Bloodborne. Bloodborne is weird in terms of its boss, like the satisfaction for each of its bosses. I think Bloodborne has like rises and falls in terms of where the design is good and where the design is weird. Um, I think Bloodborne has a lot of really good bosses, and it has just a couple gimmick fights that I have a difficulty enjoying. This fight here, and as well as Ludwig, I think are just really great fights that just happen to be really hard for BL4. But the thing that makes Bloodborne stand out from Dark Souls is that the truth of Dark Souls is that blocking is a trap, and it is usually pretty bad. A lot of bosses are harder to beat in Dark Souls if you're actually trying to use a block-oriented strategy, but a lot of the trash and regular dudes, using a shield feels very satisfying and it feels like the correct way to do things. So you play the game, or like you first learn the game, you spend a few hours like using a shield, and the game is teaching you a bad habit. Because you're not going to use a shield to beat the Taurus Demon. You're not going to use a shield... if you're using a shield on the gargoyles, they're actually much harder to beat. Yeah. The aesthetic of Bloodborne is friggin' amazing. You get no fight on that. Charge punish on that if it's just a gunshot. Man, some of those trick weapon attacks take her a really long time. Dang it. I couldn't get a dodge off in there? Shoot. Alright, I'm gonna have to give this a break so that I can eat some food, and I'm probably gonna be back on this tonight. But we'll see. Let's see, it's like, what? It's gonna be like 9 o'clock probably. I'll probably get back on this for another like 2 hours at 10 o'clock or so. So, thank you for joining in. Thank you for cheering me on. But we still have not completed the countdown to the kill on Clocktower Maria. This has been Jupiter Exile. I hope you have an excellent weekend, and may we wander again soon.